Time for dessert. Summer berry soup with champagne and floating islands. This time of the year, absolutely phenomenal. All those wonderful berries. It's thickened with natural Greek yogurt and then finished with the most amazing champagne.
Milk.
This is a little bit of magic. The fresh vanilla seed. Flatten it down all the way, open it up, scrape out the seeds, in, whisk in the vanilla.
Mint.
Gives a really nice sort of fresh and even more fragrant perfume to the meringue. Bring that up to the bowl. The meringue, 3 egg whites. Make sure there's no yolk in that egg white whatsoever. And whip up your egg white.
Lemon.
Squeeze the lemon juice in.
Sugar.
Whack it up full blast. Look, these wonderful, nice, rich meringue. Milk's just coming to the bowl. Get your spoon in the egg white, and then with another spoon, quenelle. Then into the milk. When you spoon the milk over the meringue, it stops them from sticking together. And just leave them poaching there on the side for about 4 or 5 minutes. The most exciting thing about making this soup, it's like the ultimate smoothie.
Blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, red currants.
And the secret is to allow the fruit to go overripe, so the flavour is extraordinary.
Mint. Yogurt. Cream.
And this is where it starts to get really exciting. Champagne, off, 300 ml. Fucking hell, it's fucking everywhere. Ready, steady, twat. Who was that? If you don't want to use champagne, sparkling wine, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and that gets rid of that sort of very strong acidity flavour. Lid on.
Blitz.
Pour into your bowl. Beautiful colour. Carefully lift out your meringue and just sit on top of the soup. And there.
Summer berry and champagne soup with floating islands. Done.
Fuck me. It smells delicious. Pancakes. Why do we only eat them February, once a year, Shrove Tuesday, which is crazy. This is an American-style pancake, light, fluffy, and absolutely delicious. Start off with 150 grams of flour and sieve the flour as you pour it into the bowl.
Baking powder.
Keeps the pancake really nice and light and fluffy.
Salt. 3 eggs.
75 ml of water and 120 ml of buttermilk. And the secret behind this pancake mix is to make sure that we've got no lumps anywhere. Whisk the eggs into the flour. Get your buttermilk. Just add half of it in. Give it a really good whisk. That's nice and smooth already. The rest of the buttermilk. And when you make a pancake mix like this, it's chemistry, so follow the recipe exactly. Now we've got this really nice, smooth batter. That's ready. Perfect. Non-stick pan, sunflower oil, and just run that round. Half a ladle in, 1.5 minutes on each side. Palette knife in and over. Look, absolutely beautiful. Onto the plate. This is where it gets really exciting. We're caramelising bananas. It's important to slice them lengthways in order to make sure that they don't go mushy in the pan. I'm going to make a really nice quick caramel. 50 grams of sugar, back on the heat, and start the caramel. Don't whisk it, don't put a spoon in there, just leave it in the pan. Once you're happy with the colour, take it back off the heat.
Butter. Bananas.
And what I'm going to do now is deglaze the pan with some rum. Rum, banana, caramel, goes brilliantly. Rum in. Nice. Lovely. Think of the flavour. A little cup of water, just to let the caramel down so it's not too sticky and rich and too thick. There we go. That's ready. Be generous with them because it is just the ultimate indulgence. And then finally, to finish it, some really nice ice cream on top. And drizzle that over. Very, very quick and easy.
Scotch pancakes, caramelised bananas with rum and vanilla ice cream. Done.
Beautiful. No wonder the Americans are so fucking fat. Caramelised apples and pears are perfect dessert for this time of year. This is a Braeburn apple, nice and crisp, full of juice, hardly any acidity. This is a Comis pear, now quite robust, quite dense in the centre, but the most amazing flavour. Very, very sweet. Right, when we caramelise fruit, you've got to core the centre. Down, in, twist, and pull out. Nice thin slices as you peel. The secret behind roasting apples and pears is making sure that they're not too ripe. If they're slightly too ripe, then the whole thing disintegrates in the pan. Look at that, it smells amazing. And now, we're going to form a really nice caramel, but we're going to season this caramel with black pepper, star anise and cloves, and that gives a really nice spice flavour when you're caramelising the apples and pears.
Pan. Sugar.
Get it really nice and even. Therefore, the caramel starts cooking evenly and doesn't burn in the corners.
Butter.
That stops it from separating and splitting.
Spice.
Cinnamon stick, pears, and apples in. Put the fat side down. And now that I'm happy with that colour, I'm going to add my calvados. And it sort of enriches the caramel. Jesus. Then finish with apple juice. It just sort of liquefies the caramel and just takes the heaviness out of it. Bring that to the boil and just coat the apples and pears and let it glaze over and serve. That smells amazing. And now just finish that with some ice cream on.
Caramelised apples and pears with ice cream. Done.
Tiramisu. Basically, pick me up. That's what it means in Italian. But it's easy, simple, delicious, and very, very fast. We split it into 2 bowls.
Mascarpone.
Put that into the bowl and just let it go nice and soft. In the next bowl, 150 ml of cream.
Ice and sugar. Whisk.
Now, it's really important that we don't over-whip this cream. We're just looking like a nice sort of thick lava consistency. No more than that. Already, within seconds, it's got nice and sort of light and soft.
Vanilla extract.
Now, we use an extract over fresh vanilla because it gives a really nice sort of dense, dark colour.
Marsala wine.
It's got a really nice sort of cafe au lait colour now on the cream. Coffee. Now, it's really important that coffee is ice cold. Just add in thirds, don't add it all straight away. Fold in cream and ice and sugar. Lovely. So it's a really nice, light tiramisu that is fast and sets within 20 minutes in the fridge.
Bowl. Coffee. Ladies' fingers.
And just into the coffee, turn them round and out again. So what happens now, they're soggy on the outside, but still nice and crispy in the centre. Take your martini glass, fingers in. Be generous with it.
Fridge, 20 minutes. Chocolate. Great.
And look, nice little shards. And then, finally, cocoa powder. Beautiful.
Italian tiramisu with ladies' fingers. Done.
English cherries. Absolutely phenomenal. They're only here to the end of August, so take full advantage of them. Reassuringly expensive, worth every penny. We're going to make the most amazing fresh cherry samosa.
Caster sugar. Hot pan.
As the sugar starts to turn into caramel, add the cherries. Roll them round.
Lemon. Kirsch.
Goes brilliantly well with the cherries and the caramel. Whew, fucking hell.
Flambe.
And then just add a couple of tablespoons of water.
Lemon. Mint.
Leave them to cool down for 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap them in phyllo pastry. The most important thing about phyllo paste, never ever make it. Always buy it. It's a very thin, stretch pastry, and perfect for a samosa. We're going to cut the phyllo in half. A nice, long, rectangle shape.
Clarified butter.
4 or 5 cherries in the corner, clotted cream, and sit it on top.
Fold.
A little brush, and just fold over and stick it down. Perfect.
Hot pan. Clarified butter.
In she goes. 35, 40 seconds each side. Out, onto the plate of sugar.
Roll.
A little touch of cherry compote on the plate.
Cherry samosas with clotted cream. Done.
Pan Perdu with caramelised peaches, basically posh eggy bread. And the secret behind this, of course, is using old bread. If we use old bread, it doesn't absorb all the nice egg mixture and it gets nice and crisp on the outside.
Peaches. Hot pan. Sugar.
The secret now is to get a little bit of colour on the peaches, but not getting the caramel too dark.
Roast.
Once we've got the colour on the peaches, then we're going to start adding the butter.
Basil.
Now, the basil just perfumes the caramel and just gives it this really nice, light, sweet, summery flavour. Out. The sauce for the Pan Perdu. A really nice, fresh, vibrant raspberry coulis.
Sugar. Lemon.
Straight on the mixer.
Blitz.
And then get the bottom of your ladle and just run that around.
Sieve.
Lovely. Eggy bread is very, very simple.
Eggs. Vanilla.
Smell. Absolutely delicious.
Ice and sugar. Milk. Cream.
Whisk. So we've got this really nice, sweetened, fresh vanilla custard.
Mint.
That's ready for the brioche. I'm going to cut lengthways. Nice, big, long slices.
Hot pan.
Bread in, and then back out. Not too long. Into the pan. Up and over. And it's literally done in seconds. Get my coulis down one side.
Mint. Ice and sugar. Pan Perdu with caramelised peaches and raspberry coulis. Done.
That is the perfect summer on a plate. Baked Alaska, absolute classic. Everybody's heard of it, but no one knows exactly what's inside. Basically, layers of sponge, ice cream, and then wrapped in meringue. But a special meringue, Italian meringue.
Sugar. Water.
Bring that up to the boil and cook it out for 3 minutes.
Egg whites. Lemon.
That strengthens the egg white. For the sugar, half of the sugar in, pause for 10 seconds, and the other half in. Classic Italian meringue, look, beautiful.
Ginger sponge.
Lovely.
Cut. Raspberries. Raspberry liqueur.
Be quite generous with that.
Ice cream.
And then your second sponge, push that down. Now, meringue into the bag.
Pipe.
Straight into the freezer. 10 minutes to get nice and solid.
Cognac.
Flambéed in front of your very own eyes.
Baked Alaska. Done.